And I know there's going to be some hipster who's going to say, that's just the more realistic feel to how cars actually drive.
Yes, I am that guy. And that's exactly what I'm about to do. Hey y'all, Sidison here. I'm back. Welcome back to YouTube video. Welcome back to my channel. And hope y'all are doing well today. Hope y'all had a great Memorial Day weekend. You know, getting to spend time with some family. And I most certainly got some well-needed rest. But I'm back to making videos. And thank y'all so much for getting me to 100 subs. I did not really expect it from like such a short time. I know we were really close, but no, it's a simple, small milestone that I'm so glad we were able to meet, and it kind of pushes me to make these videos more. And I hope y'all also are happy to see these videos. But yeah, let's get back to the topic of today's video: driving physics. GTA driving physics, to be specific. Now, I kind of touched upon this topic in my last video a little bit, but I kind of wanted to expand on it. And the reason I kind of brought this back up was I was watching a video of this from a YouTuber I really watch a lot, Bladed Angel. And he kind of said some things about it. And no, like, again, I'm not trying to hate on him. In fact, if anything, I have been watching him for like a really long time. I think for like 8 years, ever since like 2017. And I'm not here to diss him, but there's a contrary of opinions, and I kind of wanted to tuck my 2 cents in. But that video also kind of made me realize that this is kind of a reoccurring thing about clashes between the GTA 4 and GTA 5 community when it comes to the driving physics. Because, oh my god, if GTA 6 is gonna come out, it better try to get a middle ground between GTA 4 and GTA 5, because oh my lord, it's not going well. But let's first dive into Bladed Angel's video, or as I call him, Papa Frank's video, and kind of dissect the points he made about GTA 4's driving physics and how they were quote-unquote inferior to GTA 5's.
If anyone remembers Grand Theft Auto 4, the cars handled more like slippery boats on concrete as opposed to actually driving on the road.
Ah yes, the supposed jello problem that people complain about when they talk about GTA 4. Now, I'm not trying to corner Bladed Angel, or I'm not trying to corner Franku-kun, because this is something that a lot of GTA 5 players complain about. Like, whenever they come back or whenever they try to boot up GTA 4 for the first time, a lot of them tend to complain about the Euphoria physics engine and how it applies to driving. And it's definitely a acquired taste. I'm not saying that, like, I know a lot of people tend to say acquired taste just means that, people just hate it, but they want to show superiority. I'm not trying to say that, because I don't hate GTA 4's driving physics. If anything, it's really entertaining. And a lot of people, it's really exaggerated, I would say. I'd like to go on where, actually, I'll just pull up where he just says,
that's just the more realistic feel to how cars actually drive. Every car understeers. But that to me just screams, tell me that you haven't gotten your license yet without telling me that you haven't gotten your license yet.
Yep. Now, for the record, I do have a driver's license. I'm soon turning 21, so, I mean, it's gonna be weird for me not to own a driver's license, but I do own a driver's license, and I have driven multiple cars. I've driven my family cars. Unfortunately, I don't have my own car yet, because car prices are so damn expensive, and I just can't get, affordable, enthusiast vehicle for a good price without having it like either extremely priced way out of my range or just having it in a really terrible condition. But back to the point, most cars don't understeer in real life, and that is true. I mean, it kind of depends on the layout and weight of the vehicle and the condition it's in, the condition that you're basically driving it. And most of the vehicles in GTA 5 tend to be based on bigger American sedans, bigger, weightier American SUVs, and that kind of sort of stuff. So while it's not front wheel drive vehicle, there are a couple front wheel drive vehicles. does kind of make sense for, you know, a big heavy car to understeer when you're trying to make a quick corner or trying to make sharp corners in such a tight turn. And I've even tried this in BeamNG, which I would consider is probably the most realistic apart from going and actually driving. And yeah, I mean, I'd say it's not realistic for like the Banshee or a few of the high performance cars or a few of the, you know, race cars, that the few like sports cars that exist. I think GTA 4 kind of copy pasted it, but calling it unrealistic for, you know, big 2-ton American boat sedan, or, you know, one of those older like cars with, you know, drum brakes and very heavy, very soft suspension and very heavy body too. If you're gonna drive it straight and then have it like turn, of course it is going to kind of understeer, and that is kind of realistic too in how GTA 4 does it and how it happens in real life. And this doesn't occur in GTA 5 from the time I've been playing. I've mainly been playing GTA Online more than GTA 5, but I don't think there's much of a difference between the physics of both of them. However, I will say that, yep, it feels more arcadey, and it feels like the cars are either understeer if they're front wheel drive or oversteer if they're rear wheel.
Cars do not drive anywhere remotely close to how they behave in Grand Theft Auto 4. I never got the weirder, greater than thou savant-like appreciation that some people praise its driving for. Play a real simulation racing game, or better yet, just drive a car in real life if you want real driving physics, because trust me, any sim game like Assetto Corsa, literally drifting a Nissan Z chassis in real life or driving my Corvette in real life will blow out GTA 4's vanilla physics.
Oof, and this is going to be kind of my biggest point I want to mention, is that, I mean, in comparison to games like Assetto Corsa, now I've played Assetto Corsa, I've probably destroyed my PC by downloading too many mods for Assetto Corsa, but GTA 4 would be realistic for the type of game it is. Now, GTA 4 and even GTA 5, most of these games are not racing games. They're not designed as racing games. They have cars in them, but they're not racing games. I'd say it's similar to something like Watch Dogs or even Cyberpunk, where there's cars in it, but the cars are not the main focus. It's not a racing game. It's just a game with cars in it. And comparing those types of games, yes, GTA 4 is actually really realistic compared to the likes of Watch Dogs and, you know, Battlefield Hardline or any other game that has cars in it but isn't like the main, where cars isn't the main focus. And if you're comparing it to racing games, I'd still say it holds a better candle than games like Watch Dogs and Cyberpunk. But it's kind of weird because I wouldn't say it's realistic. I wouldn't say, but it's more like what I would call as a exaggerated realism. I think that's the best way to put it, because cars in GTA 4 are kind of just a more exaggerated, they act in a more exaggerated way than cars in real life. And comparing that to GTA 5, GTA 5 has a way more simplistic, archaic driving style, but GTA 4, I think they tried to go for something that's more realistic, but also something that isn't boring. You know, that's why it feels a little off for somebody who actually, if you're coming from straight like racing game, like simulation based racing games like Assetto Corsa, or even games like iRacing, or even like more less like simcade, but more realistic simcades like Gran Turismo or Forza Motorsport, cars feel kind of weird. And then again, most of those games generally do not have a focus on driving physics. And I think for GTA 4, they didn't try to like scan in every vehicle, and they didn't try to study car mechanics. They just kind of simulated soft body physics onto the Euphoria engine in a kind of simplistic way, not in a way like BeamNG where every little like piece and every little thing is added together, but it's kind of and that's kind of what I like about GTA 4's driving compared to GTA 5, because GTA 5, I feel like the community they got so much backlash to where it's kind of dumbed down. The driving and the racing in GTA 5, it's good. I'm not saying it's horrible. It just isn't this. It doesn't feel the same as GTA 4. GTA 4, and you gotta experience it. You gotta like actually do a full playthrough, not just watch videos. And I know I don't want to like sound kind of or like pretentious, but I don't know if Franku-kun actually watched or actually played GTA 4, and if he hasn't, I would actually really suggest, because it is actually a really fun game. It is, and I'd recommend anybody who hasn't played it to play it before GTA 6, because you know we have like a year, so best to spend it on that. But yeah, and that's what kind of pisses like us GTA 4 community when GTA 5 players kind of come on and they're just like, well, this game isn't realistic, driving is weird, it feels so slippery, it feels so like the cars are jello. And it doesn't make, I wouldn't say GTA 5 is an improvement, it's just different. It feels like it's made for a different category, and I can guess kind of what it is. And I kind of like GTA 4's because I really like how the bigger SUVs and bigger sedans. One of my favorite, oddly enough, I don't even like driving the sports cars in GTA 4, which is something completely different, because in GTA Online, I exclusively focus on customizing sports cars and vehicles like that. But in GTA 4, the most used car is the Washington, which is kind of based on the Lincoln Town Car. And I don't have a town car, but I have kind of driven a my dad's old Mercury Grand Mystique, and I would be able to say yes, the feeling of the Washington and all the other Panther body style vehicles in GTA 4 does feel similar to an actual Panther body vehicle. And I think the issue is that GTA Rockstar, they kind of put that into everything. They kind of, it feels weird if you're trying for a small hatchback to kind of have the same wobble as a big SUV. It doesn't make sense for a finely tuned sports car with really like expensive and precise suspension to have the same wobble as like an old muscle car that has like struts and basically caveman suspension. But those are just my thoughts, you know, and I'd love to hear y'all's about, you know, generally how y'all think about GTA 4 physics and GTA 5 physics. We might, this whole discussion and war might start again, but you know, just curious before GTA 6 and how y'all want to see GTA 6. And because I've said in the previous video how I want it to be seen, but let me hear, I'd be willing to hear y'all. So yep, hope y'all have a good day, hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I shall see you very soon. Bye.